Hey guys, welcome to On Track Tuesday from Crooked River and Eastern Railroad. Trying to get finished setting up here. There we go, I think. Trying to go work from the workbench here today. So, let's see here. All right, who we got in here? Jackson, how are you, sir? Southern 207 Armies, eh? Legend of Clinchfield, number 311. All right. Thanks for showing up, guys. Shannon's Trains, hello, how are you? Sorry, I keep kind of looking. I got my computer over here. Wish I had some room to set it up on this side of the workbench, but I don't. So, anyways, plug this in. Everybody able to hear me okay? See me okay? Hey, Sparky. Started again in 3 minutes. I thought it was going to be late. I was having a little issue with it, getting things up and running. But I got it. I made it. I have my phone. It's kind of in my tripod, but it's in like kind of backwards. I don't know how to explain it because I want to be able to tilt my tripod down to the workbench when we start working on some things. So there's that. So first of all, I just want to say thanks to Redbird Tony, 2010. He switched with me tonight. I was supposed to go on Tuesday, the week of Thanksgiving, but I'm going to be out of town. Or actually, I'll be on a plane coming back from being out of town on that Tuesday, so I won't be able to go on. But I do appreciate everybody stopping in. Had a really awesome weekend. I don't see, is he here yet? Do this until we get to working on the workbench. I'm gonna put my laptop on the workbench, only because I make it a little easier to put it in front of me. Might be able to leave it here too. We'll see. See how it goes. I don't have the setup like some of you guys have. But I'm working on it. So, anyways, over the weekend, I don't see Wilmer in here yet. I'm sure he'll be here at some point, maybe. My wife and I went out to Monroeville, Pennsylvania, Saturday, and went to a train show there. It was a Greenberg train show, I guess is what it's called. And it was a good time. We saw Wilmer. We saw his son Buck was with him. Ran into Weber Model Railroad out there. And DJ's Model Trains. DJ had a little booth set up, selling some of his N-scale things, and showed some videos from his, he does all those drone flyovers and stuff. So he was playing some videos of that. And it was a good time. It was a pretty good sized show. It was at the convention center there. And I picked up a few things. Sometimes I go to these shows, and I don't know how you guys are. We can talk about it if you want. I don't always have a direction or anything particular in mind. Sometimes it's just you see something and you like it, or it sparks something that, hey, I could probably use that and make use of it. Hey, Vinny. Dave BNS N Scale, Mount Blessing, Stu Structures, PDRR Engineer. How's everybody doing? Dave's Trains, Dwight. Barn full of trains. Wow, a lot of you guys are in here. Thanks, guys. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Starting to think some of you guys might like On Track Tuesday. I mean, not mine necessarily, but you like On Track Tuesday. I like it too. I enjoy doing it. It's kind of one of those things that when, let me see, see if it's, if I could do it, if anybody be interested in watching my nonsense. As Ray Boble says, my particular brand of nuttiness. Those of you that are familiar with the Beauville and Newtown. I don't see him in here. The little teaser video I gave earlier, reminder video, the shots from what would look like a model railroad club was actually from back in May when we a bunch of us got together at the meetup at Steamtown. That was Sparky, correct me if I'm wrong. That was the Hudson Model Railroad Club near Scranton, and Ray was in a couple of the shots. Roy from down in Panama. Roy, who else was in there? Pisco, Ron Pisco, I think there was a picture of him in there. It was a good time. Good time. That was a really nice club if any of you guys ever get out that way. Sparky says when he goes to a show, he normally just go to browse, but like looking through the pre-built buildings. Yeah, same here. I have some, like I have little different projects. I have a lot of projects on the layout that they're all like partly finished, So like my concrete plant, for instance. Let me pull a couple things up here. Just to kind of help finish that concrete plant, I picked up some of them conveyors. I don't know if you can see it or not. I got the light shining. Those modern conveyors. A couple packs of those. It wasn't like I got a great sale on them, but I didn't have to pay for shipping. I was there. It was as good a price as I've seen anywhere else, and I saved on the shipping. I mean, yeah, I had to travel about a little over 2 hours to get there, but that's okay. Got to see Wilmer. Set of utility poles, paid like $7 for that. Some of that nature. Those conveyors were I think $16, 15, $16. But and there's little things that like I said, I didn't really think I needed, but should I get this on the floor in this bag? Let's bring this up there. Might be a little easier. And if you guys watched Wilmer's Not Bad yesterday, I think it was. I don't know what I did with the card for this company. Oh, here it is. There's a little booth there for this company here, this highway, mini highways, scale model scenery. Wilmer did a little shout out to him yesterday, I believe it was. And they had a lot of really nice things, but they were selling these little tufts of grass, different. I bought mostly dead grass. This has some like flowers in it or something. I bought 5 of them. They were selling these for $1 a piece. I can't make these for $1 a piece, so there you go. So I know Wilmer got a few of them too. So I'll make use of them. I found this for the intermodal yard. I don't know, it was like $5 or something. Kind of hard to see it, but they're little racks to stand up here. Trailers. So I put one together. Well, I put them both together, but there was 2 in the pack. I'll see if they work. They work. If they don't, these are all movable arms on there. Let's see how I can fit it in there. I'll have to look at some pictures online, see if how they have them in these intermodal yards. But I got some of these billboards. Actually, I got these the other day. I was at the hobby shop when I went to get those track. I get some track and some rail joiners. And this was from my Northern Light and Power. I just put that as a billboard up on there. But there's 3 of them in the pack. I think it was like $10, $9, $10, something like that. Just little new acquisitions I've gotten. Little things. Nothing too crazy. So it was a good day. It was a fun day. The wife and I, like I said, we got up and went out there and yeah, that thing was for chassis, I guess. I guess you stand them up in the racks. But yeah, we left the house probably about 7 in the morning. Got out there a little after 9. Went to breakfast, and then went and hung out with Wilmer and Buck and had a good time at the show. So that was my Saturday. It's always good to spend time with my wife for one. I always enjoy that. And then also to get to see Wilmer. I haven't seen him, talked to him, texted with him, that kind of stuff, watch him on YouTube, but I haven't seen him since back in May when we all got together at Steamtown. Hey, Joe. Let's see, Darren's in there. Hey, Darren. B&H Railroad. Jerry, hi, Jerry. Alex, hey, buddy. Benny's in there. Benny, thanks for the little shout out today. I watched your video today. It was your part 2 video. Your build. I think it was your build series. He mentioned me with he was gluing his track down, and I happened to mention that's how I do my track, and I appreciate the shout out. It was nice, and the layout's looking good, man. Things are coming together nice. Hey Kyle, how are you? So, yeah, I don't know. I think other than the shows, like I said, I don't generally have a lot in mind when I go to these shows. Wilmer and I were talking, and then we both kind of agree that, you either go to a show and you find a lot of really nice deals. Like those things I bought, they weren't bad, but you gotta kind of hunt them down. Or you go and people are asking like almost regular full price for things. And it's a little bit annoying, but I mean, I get it. Everybody's trying to make a buck, but the place I bought those conveyors from, like I said, it wasn't really the best deal on them. I mean, I didn't have to pay for shipping. I was already there, so I picked them up, and it was something that I'm going to probably use. I'm going to use in some way, shape, or form at my concrete and sand plant. So, like I said, I was there, but that place had all kinds of Walthers kits, cars, everything. It was almost like a Walthers hobby shop. It was crazy. But there really wasn't any great bargains on any of it from those types of dealers. They're almost like a hobby shop would go there and sell their goods, rather than Joe Schmo just selling stuff he's accumulated. And it's kind of, I was telling my wife, I mean, there's a couple smaller shows over the winter. I'm thinking about maybe seeing what it would cost to rent a table, maybe go through some of my stuff, see what, I've accumulated a lot of things that I just don't have a lot of room for it now. When I started back into it, I had basically nothing. And now I got way too much. I guess you can't have way too much, but I kind of have more than I'm going to use, to the point where I can't keep it all on the layout. So you forget it, and it sits in a drawer, and you don't run it. We'll see. Hey Nate. Trying to kind of keep up with the feed a little bit. So what kind of, with, like I was saying, with modeling, model railroad season kind of kicking off now with being winter, not really, technically not winter time, but I mean, I know we had probably 4 inches of snow today. So I did a little outside diorama shot of the auto rack and rail boxcar that I just weathered up. Kind of came out kind of neat. I put it on my Crooked River and Eastern Facebook page, a couple other pages. Before I forget, I just saw Nathan DeLay go through. I don't get off subject again. Sorry about that. But Nathan, I mean, it's just such a nice thing you did, making those locomotives for Ben. Creative Rails. It came out really nice, man. You do some good work there, and keep it up. You're a good guy, and I know they appreciate all that. I know Wilmer, the ones you did for Wilmer were really nice too. So yeah, keep up the good work, man. Couldn't ask for a better guy than Nate. Nathan DeLay. So good guy. Anyways, back to the shows and stuff. Getting into that season where there'll be more and more shows coming. You're welcome. More and more shows coming. I know they just had Train Fest up there in Milwaukee. Scale Trains introduced some nice stuff. At first I was like, wow, that's a lot of money, $75 for that rivet counter auto rack. And I'm not saying it's not detailed out, not worth it in a way, but I guess from what I hear, Atlas wants like 100 for theirs, so 75 isn't as bad, but I don't know. I say I'm not gonna get any, but you know me, I'll probably end up getting one, just because. But I wasn't crazy about that SD45 they released as their new locomotive. I was really hoping for some 4-axle stuff, or really, I love them to do those commemorative units from CSX, but I don't think they're going to. At least not anytime soon. I didn't know that, Sparky. I'm reading Sparky's feed about YouTube. It says you're a kid if you're under anyone 13 or younger. If you mark your channel for kids, you lose monetization, the bell, and watch later capability. I didn't know it. There's a lot I don't know about YouTube. I'm surprised I'm able to do this live thing. So I'm nowhere near any kind of monetization or anything like that. I don't know. If I ever reach that, I reach it. If I don't, I don't. I'm not going to kill myself trying to get to that. I just enjoy, doing this. I enjoy posting stuff. So, if I ever get there, I get there. But I don't get nearly enough watch hours. I have the subscribers. I think I'm up to like 1365 or something. So subscriber-wise, I'm fine. I think it was over 1,000 to be able to go live and to meet that monetization requirement. But you have to have, I think it's, I want to say 4,000 hours a year. Is that right? Something like that. Watch hours. People watching you, and then it goes month by month. So if you drop off on any given month, you can drop under that amount, and then that, whatever. Not that you're gonna make a ton of money on it, but whatever. I'm not doing this for that. I'm doing it because it's fun. I just like model railroading. I like sharing with you guys. I like talking to you guys. So. Some of the most fun videos I watch, I don't know if I said that correctly, but are from some of the kids. I'm talking about 13 and younger. Some of these kids, it's just the creativity they come up with. They're not concerned with all the minute details and stuff that we kind of all tend to get hung up on. You're afraid to post something because you don't think it's going to look perfect because you get your nitpickers and your rivet counters out there and stuff. And I guess I find myself kind of guilty of that too. I try not to comment negatively on things. If I don't have anything nice to say, a lot of times I just move on, or somebody's asking an honest opinion. I try to be nice about what I'm saying. And believe me, I don't consider myself anywhere near, top of the line, top tier, this awesome modeler or anything. I really don't. I've got a lot to learn. I've learned a lot, and it's because of you guys. Honest to God. You guys have just been so willing to share information and willing to help teach how to do things, and just from watching you guys and videos you posted and how-tos and how-I-dos and that kind of thing. Just inspiration on different areas of my layout. I've gained inspiration from all of you guys, really. But yeah, the young kids, man, I tell you. They just want to run trains, man. They get so excited about it. And I'm not talking about little 5-year-olds and stuff, but the kids that are, 10 to 13, 15-year-olds, that are, I don't know. I do. I watch a lot of stuff from them guys, and it's fun. I find it fun. Just running trains, man, showing off, hey, I got this new locomotive or whatever, you know. And sometimes that's what I like to watch. So I think it's kind of crappy that YouTube, you know, wants to penalize people for that instead of just trying to keep those kids safe on YouTube and not, you know. I guess I don't know. I don't understand how all that works. Facebook, YouTube, I don't understand all the rules, man. I just like my Facebook page. I have Crooked River and Eastern, but my Facebook, my main feed, like that family and that is on, and friends. I don't hardly post on that stuff at all. Very rarely do I put a picture of anything on that. My wife probably shares things on my page more than I do anything on my page, on my actual profile. But I'm on Facebook a lot because I'm on a lot of these groups and I watch and look and see everything people are doing and I share my stuff on there too. I find it easier to share stuff on Facebook than I do on YouTube without having to post like an actual video up. Sometimes I don't feel like doing a video. I just want to do just like a quick run by or something and I don't know. I guess I could do like a 1 or 2 minute video. I've done them before. Click this link to open in another tab and watch after this. What is that, Sparky? It's fine for young kids. Sorry guys, I'm trying to read what these guys are posting about this. I'm kind of just rambling on, not really following along on subject here. But yeah, I mean, I'm not really necessarily geared towards kids. I don't know. I try to keep things pretty clean, you know. You know, I did post those breast cancer cars. You know, they could have been, you know, a little risque, I guess. But not to swear too much, or not to swear, you know, the big ones, the big words, you know, that you don't really want kids to be saying. But that's about as much as I am as far as for kids. I'll have to go back and watch that, Sparky. Yeah, no joke, Roy. I mean, these kids today, I mean, of course, I can't say these kids today. I was always kind of a foul-mouthed kid. You know, I try to keep it clean on here, but, you know, I swear like a trucker. I was a trucker. No offense to truckers, I was one. But, you know, swear words are adjectives to me. So, you know, I try to keep it clean on here. Once in a while I'll slip in there, but man, the mouths on some of these kids is just, it's ridiculous. They're saying words I've never even heard of before. You know, with the internet and that now, there's so many things out there that, oh my God, I don't know, growing them up way too quick. Click not made for kids. Nothing changes for your channel. All right, so Sparky, you're saying that's something we should all be in there doing, is to go watch this video and change these settings. That's a shame though, because I mean we're doing model trains, which traditionally has been something that kids have enjoyed. I mean, we all enjoyed them as kids. That's how we got into this, probably. Most of us originally was, you know, the Christmas train around a tree. You know, you go, I remember going to downtown Cleveland to the Higbee Building and Halley's and May Company and all that, and all the windows decorated with the trains and the trees and everything, you know, and that's what just sparked that interest in my brain. Just the creativity that. So to make it where, and then I'm reading Benny here, but it has to do with monetization and paying out to kids' channels, the little ones watching some of those weird kid channels that have hundreds of millions of views. Yeah, I mean, I guess I can see that too, you know. My son watches some different people that are, they got a lot of subscribers, they got a lot of views, and I guess, I don't know. Hey, Grandpa Rouse. Oh, bye, Grandpa Rouse. Sorry, I just caught you in here. Yeah, Alex, you're right. You can't really keep them safe from hearing things you don't want them to. You can raise your kids however home, but as soon as they walk out that door, it's game on. You can't control your friends, their friends, the way they act, the way they're I don't know. You can click on each video that you post. If it's a train around a tree, Christmas, and you can mark it made for kids. Okay. There you go. I mean, I'm not going to mark my channel as made for kids necessarily, but I mean, I feel like everything I post is train related, model train related of some kind, whether it be, you know, rail fanning or whether it be the layout here itself or how-tos, you know, just like you guys. So, I mean, it's, you know, it's basically for kids if they want to watch it, you know. $400 engines, man, you're not kidding. I feel like they're only going to get more expensive too. When's that tariff take effect? Is it December or January? That's the new tariff that they were supposed to enact, and then they postponed it. And I know all the locomotive manufacturers and such, Athearn and Scale Trains, and everybody was talking about having to raise their costs for shipping and that. And I think they postponed it temporarily. And that's true, right? Like I said, you know, I try not to say any of the big curse words, but, you know, you've seen it, you've heard it, you know, say some of them. Why run naked for? Hello, how are you, buddy? No, you're not late, man. We're not really doing much, just chatting. Hey, Stu, so, okay, you're talking about converting your old brass over to DCC. How easy is that, or how difficult is that? Have you done any of them yet? Because, I mean, I've done like the old blue boxes and that where you have to isolate the motor and that from the frame and stuff, but I don't know on the brass if it's different or not, you know. Oh, hey, Alex. How much time did you have altogether in that CSX auto rack you did? Pick that bad boy up and show it. I gotta find it first. I worked on it a little bit Saturday night, and then I worked on it quite a bit on Sunday. Hours wise, I don't know. I try to take my time with it. Maybe 6 hours, 8 hours, I don't know. Don't quote me. I didn't really time it out. I get lost in the time down here in the dungeon, as my wife calls it. Me and my mistress down here in the dungeon. I'll tell you what I can do. I don't know if it's as far as I have this. Turn it over here. I got my Scale Trains. C39-8 7488. Start that up. I believe that auto rack is on the it's on the end of this train. There's quite a few of the cars I've weathered on this one. So the bell's gonna annoy me. I have to turn that bell down. These are all weathered from the things I've weathered or decaled. Started sending the breast cancer cars on this one. I had this thing running for probably an hour earlier just to see, you know, what kind of bugs I had going on. My outer main, I'm still having an issue over there where I had the water leak. The derailment problem. So I'm going to leave that one go tonight. I'm still going to fix that up. It don't happen every time. It'll go around a couple times and then it'll derail. Let's see. So here's the rail box coming up there. Let's see. There's the auto rack. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So it's all done with acrylics. Alex in here, Alex Lawton, suggested I tape off some of these sections. I'm trying to get it in the picture. So I taped these off just with masking tape when I was weathering it, and then to make it look like some new aluminum panels being replaced. These are some of the decals from Dave's Decals. One here, some lettering in that. And then the other side, I did a few more panels. I don't know. It came out good. I'm pretty happy with it. Like I said, guys, I'm no expert at this. I'm trying to get better at it. I'm having fun with it. This one here is the rail box. I think I showed that already. That was my, not the 77 was my football number in high school. The Thurbs, my last name is Thurber, and that was like my nickname in high school. So I just kind of hand painted that. This is also just acrylics. Same thing here. I hand painted this. Just some graffiti I saw and something, and I've tried to copy it. You know, just sealed with. I use. I mean, you can buy, you know, testers or whatever, but I just use just any kind of matte clear enamel. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it seems to seal everything up pretty good. And even for like here, these are cars I thought we'd mess with tonight. And one of these, anyways. I don't have time to do them all, but I just, if you do nothing else, guys, you know, a basic weathering and just hit this stuff with a dull coat. Everything's so shiny out of the box, you know. So even just hitting it with that dull spray is going to help, in my opinion, anyways. So, but you know, we can actually kind of get into that. I talked about. So damn caboose isn't going to want to hook up there. It's all right. See, I just swore there. Damn caboose. Didn't mean to, but it just happened. Let's run this one around while we're goofing around. At least it derails on me, then I'll get tired of it and take it off. I love those. I just love how they sound. I'm gonna put these off to the side, and wanted to kind of get into some. I was talking about just some general maintenance type things. Come on. better setup here. Oh God, sorry guys, scare you to death. Well, let me come on, great. Sorry, I'm trying to catch on the feed here. Well, thank you, Alex. I do appreciate it. Alex, you know, he's been a big help too. He's commented on some stuff, and I've seen some of the work he does. It's really nice. So he's giving me some pointers. There's been a lot of guys that have given me pointers, but he's really given me some nice pointers. And you know, the more I do it, the more confident I get with it. Again, I'm not claiming to be anything special or you know, great at it or anything, but so anyways, we're going to talk about I like to talk about just some things you kind of need as a model railroader on your workbench. I know we've kind of talked in the past. Everybody's kind of talked about it, and so I just kind of think it's things I didn't realize there was so much that you can make do without, but it's very helpful to have. You know, I showed you that, you know, last Father's Day, my wife got me that. Wife and kids got me the chopper, you know, styrene if you're doing like, you know, building stuff and that. So that's definitely helpful to have. But as far as like car maintenance and that, what I want to do tonight is this Pillsbury car, for instance. It already put metal wheels and that on it. I've already checked the height. You know, this is a must-have. If you don't have your height gauge for your couplers, these are a couple things, as long as we're talking. You have your NMRA, NMRA, jeez, couldn't say it there, your little standards gauge, you know, for your, just for nothing else rather than just measuring at your wheels, you know, are engaged. Alright, that's a must have, and it does a lot of other things too. You check your points, track flange ways, points, all that kind of stuff as well. A little couple of height gauges in there too on that. But anyway, that to me is a must have. We started to go into it a little bit last week, or last show. I'm bringing this down to the bench here a little. Trying to zoom in here. Alright. Guys are tired of looking at my ugly mug anyways. Hopefully I'll be able to get a decent shot in there. They look pretty good in shot. Alright. So just some things I recommend. Of course, you know, you have your KD height gauge. This one's plastic. I have a metal one too that I've had forever from way back in the day. Of course, the metal ones you want to watch. You don't want to have power to your track. It's going to short your track out. But this one's plastic here. So that's a must. Thanks, Robert. Yeah, you know, it was Alex and I were talking. He called me on Friday night. I was actually sitting out in the car. My kid's in the band. Okay, we're gonna be in a long story. My kid's in the band. He's a senior in high school. Our team is undefeated this year for the first time in like 35 years. So it was freezing, man. It was like 30, I don't know, 20 something, 30 degrees, freezing, snow. Like the third quarter, I had to take a leak. Went to the bathroom. Bathrooms are heated. I think I spent the whole third quarter in the bathroom. Finally, I texted my wife who was freezing her ass off. You know, I gotta swear. Freezing her butt off up in the stands. I said, I'm going to the car. I can't do this, man. I couldn't feel my feet or nothing. I'm such a freeze baby. It's ridiculous. So I leave my wife up there, the poor girl, to freeze to death. She was with all her girlfriends and everything too, so she was having fun. But I started texting with Alex, and so he called me, and we got to talking, and what he recommended, because I was asking him, you know, what he thought about what I had done so far on the auto rack or on that rail box. And he, gave me his pointers and then his opinion and that, and said that truly to see what you've done, you want to get it out in the daylight, sunlight, and that's when you'll see the imperfections in that. So I thought that'd be kind of cool. So I finished the auto rack up, and today we had all that snow. So I mean, like I said, I didn't post it on here. I probably could do like a little slideshow or something. And one of these days I'll actually figure out how to do it in the video here. Like a lot of you guys will put stuff up and go to people's channels and whatever, and I'm just a moron with this thing. But anyways, so yeah, I did, and it was, I took a piece of Flex Track out and I just put it on the railing on my deck. I had to clean like probably 4 inches of snow off of it, and I kind of just built up a little road bed there out of snow, put the track down, covered it a little bit more with snow, and just tried to get some pictures with some of the trees in the backyard, like in the background and stuff. I think it was kind of neat. I've seen guys do stuff like that, and I think it's pretty cool, and it just really adds that realism to it because you're actually outside. Not that I thought it was fun. Gave me something to kill some time with today, so it was fun. Anyways, so long story. Enough of that. But thanks, Alex, for all your input and everything. You've been a help. A lot of you guys have, but Alex really is kind of, I don't know, I want to say taking me under his wing or not, but sort of, kind of. I'm trying to readjust this. Hopefully that's good, guys. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. I'm going to try to keep my hand. It's not going to work. It's going to be in the way anyways. All right, so anyways, just some general like maintenance on a car. You get these kits too, by the way. The Acura kits. This is the couplers they give you. It's a kit kind of thing, but I mean, it's junk. It's plastic. I take these, I cut these up, and use the knuckles, and I make here. I'll show you right now. I got a batch brewing right here. A batch of Joe G's Firehouse whiskey. Nah, just teasing. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's 2 cups of just nasty. It's just water and just all kinds of plastic and sprues and different things like that cut up, and I just paint and wash and whatever in there just to kind of discolor them and whatever. But I'll cut these up and the knuckles off of them, and they'll end up in my junkyard or in a gondola as a junk load or something. Costs you nothing to make. You already have all that stuff laying around. Most of us would build a kit. The sprue, you could cut that into little sections that look like pipe, or things of that nature. Alright, so anyways, things on the workbench. You gotta have a small set of screwdrivers. This is just a cheap set. I've had this forever. I have another set that I keep over more near the layout. That is a set of, that I got at the dollar store, actually. So, for those of you that watch DIY, what is that the name of this channel? DIY and Digital, he does those dollar store finds and Walmart finds. So, I mean, there was a set of screwdrivers you can get there for $1. Tweezers was a set that had from the dollar store, a couple different, there was like 4 or 5 of them in there, just different. One had more of a flat, I don't even know where it's at. It's in the box somewhere. The tweezers, I like these the best. I don't know why, they're just cheap, but I like them. This is a nice one here. This is the one that, I don't know what they call it, but when you squeeze it, it opens, and it closes against itself. So I use this one a lot when I'm painting figures and stuff, because it just kind of holds it on its own, and you don't have to keep squeezing it. Or when you're trying to, I don't know, I like those too. But yeah, so you have to have good set of screwdrivers, small screwdrivers, because we're using small screws. So every car that I get anymore, I take to the workbench. I check the height. I change out my couplers because I'm just weird about that. I like the KDs, so I stay with the KDs. If you want to upgrade any of these cars, I recommend a little pin vise, pin drill bit vise, whatever the hell they call it. You're going to need the, like I said, we were talking last week as well. There it is. I'm going to put it back in the pack. Your 256 tap and drill set is a necessity in my opinion as well. And then an assortment of screws. You know, in that little teaser video I showed you, that was just on eBay. You know, this is, I think there was maybe 300, 600, I don't know. They're all just different sizes. They're all 256 screws. Some are Phillips, some are flatheads. But just things that, it's like a universal screw. You're going to use it for couplers. You're going to use it for your trucks, at least on most cars. So like I said, I'm going to try to keep my big hand out of the video, but I'm going to remove this truck here because I'm going to show you what I want to do. This is an Atlas blue box. Or an old Atlas. I guess it's a blue box or whatever. So I'm going to remove that. Now another thing that I recommend having is these different kinds of washers. I have gray ones here. Don't ask me the sizes. These different kinds of washers. I have gray ones here. Don't ask me the sizes. The gray ones are thicker than the red ones. Might have them backwards. You know, that's going to help you get the height right. So you're going to add, like this one here, I have a red one on there on both sides. It was a little low, so I had to use that. Is my stream getting all goofy here? I'm seeing a bunch of pixelation. Oh, there we go. Alex, this Pillsbury hopper, like I said, I think is blue box. I bought this used at the show. The only reason I'm saying it's blue box is because it has these crummy coupler covers, these metal coupler covers. I hate them. They work until they don't work, and then they come off. Next thing you know, you got a coupler laying on the track somewhere, and the train's like derailing. So that's what we're going to do tonight. I'm going to put a screw in here to hold this down. I'm sure I'm not teaching anybody anything they don't know, but maybe there's some guys in there that never have done it, or some younger guys, who knows. So I'm going to use these really short screws. Usually I can get away with these. They're just really short. I'll set it down there on the... Oh, and this thing I'm working on, this purple block. Now, obviously, this isn't your standard, whatever, from Micromark or whoever. This is a piece of foam I got from work. It's like an arm protector. Okay, an arm, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes I keep it upside down. Sometimes, if I need to cradle a car, I will. Just depends on what kind of car I'm working on. The auto rack, because it's so thin, kind of was easier to keep it in there when I was working on it. So, but I'll do that. Sometimes if I'm actually painting, I'll put this up on a block. Sometimes it brings it a little closer to me, and I'll keep a paper towel on it. I'll just use that to dab off, and plus I'll keep that because you can see those screws a little better. Anyways, I'm getting off track. So in that tap set, you have a screw tap as well. So I leave the cover on. I'm going to screw this. I'm going to drill that out, that little hole. And you got to try to get it as centered as you possibly can, because you want to leave as much meat all the way around the plastic as you can. So try not to rush it. But actually the metal clip kind of helps keep you guided a little bit. Now whether I should or not, I kind of end up going all the way through just because I usually don't stop in time, but technically you're not really shouldn't. Yeah, got a little bit off center there. That's okay, you're just trying to hold the cover on as you're in the center of the coupler. I'll take this here and I'm going to clean the edge of the hole out. This rounded side, I guess. I'll take the thread side. Slowly I'll thread that down. You could put it in the vise too and do it, but I generally don't. So I'm just trying to start it. And I find it easier to go backwards out. And it just kind of cleans up the hole there. And I take, where did I put it? One of these longer screws just because I can. It has a Phillips head on it. And just try to start the hole. A little bit more with that. So a little more control over that. And then I got like some of the teeth started up. Some people ask me what brand this is. I'm pretty sure this is an Athearn. I don't say it's a Blue Box or one of those Bev Bell kits. I think that was actually Athearn too. So, a screw in there. Maybe. And if you got big fat fingers like me, it's always fun trying to get these little tiny screws in anywhere. That's another tool I don't have that is actually going to be on my Christmas wish list, is one of those little grabber tools. I don't know if you guys have seen those or not. They have like the push end of it has those little prongs that come out and it grabs, you know what I mean? Little prongs at the end and it grabs them. I don't have it, but I would love to have one. And it's one of those things I don't even think about until I need it. And you don't want to over tighten, first of all, because you're going to tightening that down too much and pinching that, but you don't want to strip it out. There you go. So that's on there. It's nice, it's snug. I gotta do the other side, but I try to do that to all these because those clips are just so doggone annoying to me. Hey James, Jim Tedesco. And sorry guys if I haven't said hi to you, hi to everybody. I bought this off of some guy on eBay. I'll take that back at a show. And he bought it from an estate. In fact, you can see the guy that had that was from a club, and he marked all his cars with little yellow marks. I got some other cars. Might be this one here. So he marked this with green. So it might have been all part of a club. This guy's down in like Central Ohio. So he might have bought it from some estate sale or something there. And this one I bought off eBay. But, I got one that has the guy's initials on it. But you know, we had the show. I think I got them for about $8. I think it had plastic couplers, plastic wheels though. So I mean, I had to add that stuff, but that's okay. What did I show last? It might have been this time last year or last spring. I don't remember now. I had a guy who was selling all kinds of hoppers like this, you know. They're on the layout now, but he gave me a deal. He said if I buy 3 of them, I'd get them for like, I think he was selling them for me for like $7 a piece if I bought 3 or more. So I think I bought 3 or 4 of them. I had the boss with me. I had to behave myself. I had to get the okay. So if Anthony Pett is in here, don't tell my wife, Anthony. Tell my wife. Sometimes she shows up, Georgia Sunbelt. It was kind of the going joke on the trip there at Steamtown was because my wife was with me and I kept saying, you know, I had this or I had that. You know, we were talking about things that we had just wanted or had. And I just kept saying, don't tell my wife. So, haha, she was right there, of course, you know. She's a good sport about all this, let me tell you, man. She very rarely gives me any grief about, you know, buying things. I don't know. She has her little hobbies that she does too, and I think she has her little allowance she spends on herself. And it's one thing we've tried to do over the years. We've each tried to give ourselves a little budget. Even before I got into trains, just a budget for things, you know, whether it be just for coffee or lunches or something, you know, instead of packing. Cause I always have packed my lunch. Still to this day, I pack my lunch. Once in a while, it's nice to be able to buy my lunch instead of, you know. So that's what I'll do. Take it out of my little spending money. Don't come out of savings, it don't come out of the bill money, it don't come out of retirement money, nothing like that. Everything has its place, you know. Well, fun money. For your younger guys and kids, you know, the mistake a lot of all of us when we're younger, I think, make is that we see what our parents have and we want to have everything they have and we want to have it yesterday. Mom and Dad worked years and years to get what they had. They worked hard for it. So we live in a country that all that kind of stuff's achievable no matter what race, creed, color you are. You know, kind of going back to the whole veterans thing yesterday, Veterans Day. I thank you, all you guys out here that are veterans that are watching. And bless all the veterans. But going back to that, I mean, that's the beautiful thing about it. The opportunities are there, just whether you want to take them or not, whether you want to take advantage of it. I need someone to set up my Teesprings. You have a nice setup. I don't know who you're talking about. It's not me, because mine gets nothing. Mine got set up all weird. The only ones that bought off of my Teespring is me. But again, that's okay. Guys, I don't know how in the world I got off on that subject. Oh, just talking about spending money and fun money, whatever you want to call it. And you know, when I know, like, I've ordered pre-orders and stuff, you know, and I want, I'll just take that allowance and I save it up. I don't spend it on nothing. Save it up. I'm gonna strip that one. Damn it. Oh, maybe not. Here's these short ones for this, so they don't really stick out the other side, but you could go a little size bigger, but then they do end up sticking out the top of the, on these hoppers, they'll stick out the top here if you go too far with them, or too long. Alright, now, this is a tool that I've been wanting for a while. This is another pickup over the weekend from that show. Hey Andy, Mano. Yeah, you know, my daughter, back in the day, we're just taking horse lessons at just a little neighborhood barn out here. And just those lessons once a week was crazy. And they were one of the more reasonably priced places. We didn't actually own a horse. I had horses that you can use there. It was like a 4-H type thing where they would go to the shows and you can, I guess, rent, lease, whatever. I don't remember how it all worked. Maybe using all the wrong wording. But she would take and go to these shows and ride, and she did pretty good, you know. She had a lot of fun. She enjoyed it. But anyways, back to this. I picked up from Micromark finally one of these truck tuner tools. So that's another thing I do to these. Before that, I was kind of just using a drill bit. Don't judge me. Try to clean them up. But you know, that goes in and you take each side. You guys probably have all seen them used or used them yourself. You kind of squeeze it a little bit and then it just cleans up any flashing and extra plastic in the hole. I've already done it to these, so I mean, I'm not going to get a lot out of them. So these cars have already been on a layout. I'm just kind of, I left a couple. These were a couple of the last ones I had to do the screw holes on, the covers on, but I figured I'd kind of pull them off here. So I do that. Like I said, I changed all the wheels. I'm still in a shot here. It's Intermountain wheels, depending on either 36s or 33s. These are 36s on most of these, I believe. Sometimes you have to kind of, you know, break code just depending on. I know it's dependent on the weight of the car and all that, but sometimes you just can't get these things to match up right, coupler height wise. So, like I've had like some coal hoppers I've had to actually add some 36s to instead of the 33s. And then, you know, just because we're here and we're doing it, I'm going to take and check all my wheel gauges. With my wheel gauge, I'm going to check all the wheels. Make sure everything's good. Trying to get the. You know, I should have my scale down here too. There's something that is another thing. I have the scale to weigh these. I'd be lying to you off the top of my head if I told you what the weight's supposed to be on them. But there's a whole thing. If you go on the NMRA website, based on the length of the car, it's supposed to be so many ounces. I think it's like 3 or 4 ounces, whatever it ends up being. And then so much per foot over as far as weight. Those are other things. I'm actually pretty much out of weights, but I get these little wheel weights, little 1/4 ounces, I believe, double-sided tape, you know, added inside the car. Usually when I'm building them, I like to build the kits, guys. I buy a lot that aren't kits, but when I can find a kit, especially these covered hopper kits, I really enjoy building them. Same thing with, you know, going back to this auto rack. I just want to show the auto rack off again, guys. I'm proud of it. There's a Walthers. It's just a Walthers kit. I put together. This is actually got the older style coupler holder. Instead of the 3 screws, it has a little clip. So it's actually an older one. I think it was one of the first ones I built because when you look at the instructions, it tells you to put the weight on the outside of the car. But I've been putting them on the inside of the car now. I don't know if I'm supposed to or not, but I kept thinking with the metal wheels, I don't want to take the chance because I had to cut these back. And with the metal wheels, you hit that, cause a short. Maybe I'm just being weird. Yeah, back on track, you're right. Like I said, I had already done these, so they were pretty well done anyways. But yeah, you don't want to overdo it with the tuner, you're right. You don't want it to be sloppy. Now, as far as weathering and that goes, like I said, if you do nothing else to these cars, I recommend, again, I'm no pro, but I recommend at least dull coating them with some type of, you know, matte finish spray. These roll real nice now. No wobble, no nothing in them. Yeah, so that's nice. Going back to like the little dollar store finds, these little cups, storage, mixing up paints. It was $1 for 3 of them at the dollar store. So I just mixed up some paint. Just kind of a dirty rust color that I happen to like. I happen to like the way it looks on my trucks. This is a raw sienna, which was a little bit too bright, I thought. I had a few drops of burnt umber. Back here somewhere I got some barn red. I just make up some stuff, man. Throw in a little drop or two of yellow, like a bright yellow. Just to make up something that looks good. So I made that up in there. And what I'll do now is I paint my trucks. So, and it's not, and honestly, you know, you can even just use like this here. It actually doesn't look too bad, just the raw sienna in itself. Kind of water it down a little bit. Not runny, but a little watered down. And I just hit the base of the truck. Oh, trying not to get it all over the wheel. Another thing that's nice and handy to have is Q-tips. Another, you know, dollar store type find or a Walmart find. They're not very expensive. If you get that off while it's wet, then you don't have to mess with it later. So, if not, a little water, a little alcohol once it dries. Am I even in the picture? So I just put the brush right inside here and spin the wheel. Flip it over. Same thing. Getting a little sloppy because I'm watching the camera. I'm not really watching what I'm doing, but I'll clean them up, you know. And then I paint the trucks. I don't like these black trucks. It looks, you know, the plastic black trucks. You guys can do whatever, you know, you want to do. As far as some guys will go with more of just a grimy black-brown mixture, which is fine too, you know. Sometimes I hit these with a little dry brush of white. There's some highlights and like the ballast dust in that. You kind of want to make sure you get the little springs in there. You want to make sure you're not clogging them up. I mean, they're fake springs, but you don't want them to look clogged up. And those are just those, basically just those Walmart 50-cent matte finish apple barrels. Most of the paints I have are those that I use for this kind of thing. Sometimes I'll use oils. Not on the, I have used them on the trucks. Like if I'm doing the whole car in oil, I hit the trucks with them. You know, I got that sloppy tonight. And I apologize, guys. I am not watching the feed at all. Good night, Dwayne. I think I just had a tanker derailment over there. We'll see. Thought I heard something come off. It's like those dad ears when the kids ain't behaving, you know, you hear something when these things are running, you can hear it from across the layout. Yeah, that locomotive there is right out of the box. It said Scale Trains C39-8, C38-9. I always get that backwards. That was the second run that they came out with. And that's just right out of the box. I didn't change any settings or anything on that. Take that back. I might have changed the horn on it. I didn't change any volumes or anything. Sorry, I'm not even in the picture here, guys. I'm doing a terrible job here. The whole idea was to get this on camera, so you know, it's not the most exciting. It's like what? It's like literally watching paint dry. But now this is going to dry much lighter than what you're seeing on here when it's wet. You'll see. And you could go back and do more coats if you want, you know how much you want on there. I don't like the black plastic, but if you kind of just let it dry the one coat, it kind of shows through enough. Now Alex gave me a nice pointer too to clean up the rims here. I'm going to call them rims because I'm a moron with the terminology of stuff, but the outside part here. So it stays a little shiny. I don't have any of those small files. So right here, I don't have any of those small files. You can actually file lightly on there to give it a shine almost. Which looks kind of cool too, but anyhow, let's let that dry. This one is not dry completely, but it's drying, and you can kind of see how. I mean, if you remember how bright it was at first, when I first put it on there, now that it's drying, you can see how it's really dulling out. And I like that look. But you can do more coats if you want. And then I do my couplers. The couplers are fun. I mean, I get it in there, and then I have to kind of break them free. Once they dry, you gotta kind of like to paint hold on them, but I like to paint them. Just do one like quick coat on them. And I would do more, like if I was actually going to weather this whole car up, you know, of course I would be doing more. I'm going to stop in that there. It'll be rusty, probably. Q-tips are good for a lot of stuff. I use them for a lot of stuff with the weathering. Anyways, that's basically what I'm going to do as far as that goes with these trucks and stuff. Guess we're going to wait for the trucks to dry. See what's going on with the feeling, with the feed here. Well, I'm going to go back here. I'm kind of lost. You know. So I don't even know where we're at. How long have we been on this thing? Wow, I've been doing this forever. Alright guys, I was going to actually do some weathering on this, but I think maybe that might have to be just its own video in itself. what I'll usually do is I'll just kind of hit it up with a little bit of this burnt umber. I just kind of get in these creases. Guess I'm moving way too slow tonight. So what I want to use, I'll take one of these. Kind of thin that down just a tad. I'll use some of my dirty water over there. So, I mean, usually I start at the top down, but these ribs are where you're going to get a lot of your dirt buildup and your grime. I just like to kind of dirty the car up. I'm nervous it's not going to be as dirty when I'm done. I want to keep this one just more light. And you could probably do more of a white dusting too instead. If you wanted. I use these makeup brushes. Or sponges, I should say. Stand by. Trying to make a mess out of this thing. So for me, it's not really any kind of massive. I don't necessarily have my own real method. I just kind of play with it a lot and see how it comes out. I'm literally just trying to get some grime on the car. So I use the Q-tips to kind of move this stuff around. Just want to leave enough in the creases to so you can see this it's dirty. And been used a little bit, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna probably hold off here. It's kind of long. The main thing I wanted to kind of tell was just some of the items that I feel are necessary for the workbench. Just things that can keep your cars running good. Get them running better so you can pull those long trains and not have all the derailments. This is why it takes me so long, because I just keep playing, you know, moving things around, kind of using like a downward stroke, trying to get the brush, like not brush strokes, but you know, the weathering's going to go down the side of the car. And I think most guys would agree that, you know, layers is the key. So I probably took off the biggest majority of what I put on there. But that'll be just the first layer. But you can even go with, you know, doing more of a wash with it, you know. Use a very light wash. This car was kind of, I want to do something kind of special in a way with this car because I like how it has this plating here. So I'm going to try to add some rust or something to that plate. You know, watch some videos. I want to actually pull up some prototypes. Yeah, so don't judge my quickness here. I take the sponge a lot of times. I'm just kind of sponge off some of that. The sponge actually leaves a little bit of a texture too. I kind of like that. Just remember, guys, I'm trying to do this. Not even on camera, but I'm trying to do it on camera. But anyhow, that's enough of that for now. Sparky, what are we watching here? Going to this video, youtube.com. Must see video. You posted it a couple different times, so I must have to watch this thing. No, I'm gonna end this, guys, because we're coming up on what the heck we've been here. It's like 81 minutes or something. Jeez, and time flies when you're having fun. So if you guys want to promote your channels, things like that, go ahead and do so. I think what I'm going to do is maybe the next time, my next On Track Tuesday, if you guys want, maybe we could start kind of more start to finish on this weathering, or maybe I'll just make a video and post it on my own of a how I video, or how I weather. So I'm really still kind of confused as to what happened with Toyman's channel. If they ever gave him a reason behind why they did away with it. I like this channel, man. Oh, okay, good, Sparky. Sparky's back live tomorrow, 7 o'clock Eastern. Next week's On Track Tuesday, I believe, is going to be Benny. And then it's going to be Tony taking my spot the following week. Tony goes on at 8. All the rest of us go on at 7. Tony's work schedule is, it doesn't allow him to do that 7 o'clock time slot. And again, Sparky's on Wednesdays. Monday morning, afternoon, sometime is Wilmer. He posts It's Not Bad. He's still working on his diorama. I think he's gonna be putting something new up on that. Thursdays, I think, is Hot Rod Rodney doing Thursdays. And Vinny, I know, does Fridays, 8 o'clock. I think. And then I don't know what's going on with Steve Brown. Is he not doing the Saturday morning stuff anymore? Is he taking a break from that? I thought he just came back. And James Tedesco, Millennium County Railroad, he posts a couple videos a week usually. Check his channel out there. He just did his part 2 on the switch controls for his turnout controls. In fact, I'm going to try to automate a couple of my switches. That was something we didn't get into. It was just things I want to get to. Some lighting, street lights. I did order some four tortoises. I got a couple areas. Now that I tore that mountain out, I can get to that crossover and that underneath the backdrop, or the middle divider. So I'm going to try to automate that. I'm going to automate the 2 switches that come on and off of the peninsula too. So that's hopefully going to be coming as we get into the more into the modeling season, and maybe before the end of the year, maybe not. Depends how quick I get to things. Still haven't decided on my yard. I haven't done that extended yard lead yet, but Back on Track Saturday morning shows will start up with all new hosts. Oh, really? Okay. Bob 18 fan. Yeah, you're a little late, but that's okay. welcome anyways. Never really late. Andy's been ballasting. I've been opening an email and said his channel was full of spam and needed to contact them. His channel, blah, blah, blah. Feed went by me. Ah, stop it. Well, all right, guys. Let's call this a night. I'm way long. Sorry for being so long. I do enjoy this. Sometimes I just get long-winded. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Yeah, if you guys don't mind hitting the thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Everybody, please make sure you subscribe to everybody else that's on here. And enjoy your week. Catch all these other great shows as the week goes on. And we'll catch you next time. I won't see you before Thanksgiving, so a happy Thanksgiving. Like, I won't have a show myself, but I'll see you in these other shows. So, but have a happy Thanksgiving when we get to that a couple weeks from now. And, all right. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Yeah. Back to that. We'll run you out here. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.